everybody, I'm Dawn. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for visiting with me today. So in this video, we're going to do a little Q&A because I've been asked several questions via email and like on Instagram and stuff, and I thought I would take the opportunity to, Amberlynn Reed this. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Amberlynn Reed is a YouTuber that all she seems to do on her channel is Q&A. But I thought I would just answer a few of those questions. They're not a lot. I mean, I'm not like getting bombarded with emails. It's like every once upon a blue moon, I get an email and they'll ask me a question. So I thought I would answer some of them. And the first couple are about Gypsy Rose. So I thought we'd get that out of the way right away. And one of them is, will you be talking about Gypsy Rose anymore on your channel? So if Nicholas Godejohn gets a new trial, I will discuss that. And as far as Gypsy is involved in that, as her name comes up, I'll discuss her. And unless something really noteworthy happens, I'm probably not going to talk about her because I don't want my channel to be about gossip. And I'm not looking to make her a celebrity. I did make a video about her, getting separated from Ryan, but that's as far as that's going to go. I'm just not interested. It's a topic I'm bored with. And quite frankly, I have a lot of interest in a lot of things I put on my channel, as most of you have probably seen. I like to do makeup. I like special effects makeup. I like to cook. I like to do taste tests. I like to go to parks. I like to go to Disney World. I like to vlog, all those things I do. And I like to, talk about other topics, and it's more important to me to talk about true crime and missing children cases. Let's help these children get home and things like that. And also like more vapid things like beauty and makeup reviews and things like that. So all in all, it's pretty much a lifestyle channel with a little bit of true crime thrown in. And I talked about Gypsy as far as the criminal acts went, but I'm not fancy. I have a lot more interest in that. I'm not obsessed with her. So, my whole channel isn't going to be about her. There's a lot of other things that I want to talk about. I'm a way more broad individual. So, yeah. So, no offense to anybody. And the other question, which is really just one other question, was, do you really just hate Gypsy Rose? No, I don't hate her. I don't hate people. Well, like Stephen Stearns I do, but like I don't sit here and actively stew on her like some other YouTubers do. I'm not, no, I don't hate her. I don't hate her. In a lot of ways, I feel bad for her because she never had a normal life. She just, and in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, don't come yelling at me, I don't feel like she even had the opportunity for a normal life given the circumstances. That I'm still not giving her any grace as far as what she had done to her mother. I'm not doing that, but I'm just saying, her life wasn't normal. You know what I mean? No life is normal. Like, what is normal? But hers was extremely different, complicated than anybody could probably imagine. Because she did have the feeding tube. She was in the wheelchair, forced to be in the wheelchair. But, I do realize that there was a point when she knew she could walk and she knew she could do something and didn't. I understand all of that. But still, she went from living like that to probably having a few years of being able to fight for normalcy if she really wanted it, and then going to prison. It's all too complicated. I can't really I don't want this whole video to be about her. I'm just saying that no, I don't hate her. Basically, I don't I don't hate her. I don't have a whole lot of sympathy for her anymore in her adulthood. But no, I do not hate her. I don't even really dislike her. I just, you know, I think that what she did was harsh, and there's a harsh reality attached to that. And I've discussed that, but yeah, I don't hate her. No. Okay. So another question was, can you talk more about raising a child with cancer? Well, I won't do that in this video, but I will make other videos about raising a child with cancer, taking care of him. Our experience was so different though, because he was never sick. Like rarely was he sick. Like when he went in for his stem cell transplant, we were told he's going to be given so much chemo that it's going to seem like he's in a near-death state. Don't let that alarm you. He was never like that. I mean, they gave him so much chemo and he was partying at all times, at all hours. And I was like, I thought this kid was supposed to be sick. Not that I wanted him to be sick, but he was just having the time of his life. And maybe that was because he was so young. I mean, he was a baby when he was diagnosed and had a stem cell transplant when he was a toddler, that he didn't understand that he was supposed to be sick. He didn't, you know, grasp that. So he just, you know, was a happy kid. So, but yeah, I will talk more about raising a child with cancer, but I do think that our experience was a lot different than some people. But yeah, I will talk about that more on my channel. And if anybody has questions as they relate to childhood cancer, like not medical questions because I'm not a doctor, but if you have questions of interest regarding raising a child with cancer, email them to me and maybe I can answer them in another video when I talk more about the cancer. I've talked about the cancer before, but I know I have a lot more subscribers now, so maybe it's something else we can talk about. So yeah, email me those questions if you want to. Cutting, CUTTING, DAWN 333 at gmail.com. CuttingDawn333 at gmail.com. I'd love to see more cooking videos. You will. I'm going to be doing a lot more cooking videos. I'm trying to get back in that groove of cooking. I did cook tonight. Marshall requested homemade macaroni and cheese, so I did cook tonight, and I did make a video of that. I don't know how interesting it will be since it's just homemade macaroni and cheese. It's nothing special, but I will, that'll be posted. But I am going to do more cooking videos, more food related videos. We're going to do, and I'm going to invite y'all to offer me ideas. We're going to do maybe once or twice a month. We're going to do a eating only so-and-so for a whole day. Like when I was shooting the idea to Eric, I was saying, you know, eating only at the Magic Kingdom all day. Kind of implying that I want him to take me back to Disney World. We won't do that over the summer though. We don't go to Disney during the hot months. I mean, all months are hot in Florida, but the hotter months we don't go. What's your favorite movie? I have a ton of favorite movies. I love a lot of movies, but if you're asking just what's my absolute favorite movie of all time, it's not like it's a great blockbuster or anything, but my favorite movie of all time, both in the horror genre and in general, is Halloween. The original Halloween, 1978, John Carpenter's Halloween. I love that movie. I can watch it every day. I just love it. I love it. Nothing gets me more in the mood for Halloween than watching Halloween. I just love that movie. I love it. I can't explain why. It terrified me when I was a kid, but I just love it. But I have a lot of other favorite movies, but if like you're asking me and you don't want me to think about it, Halloween for sure. I love all the Star Wars movies. I love all the Harry Potter movies. I love all the Disney movies, but yeah, I have a lot of favorites. I really do. Have you ever thought of being a voice actor? I wouldn't even know how to go about doing it. I would love to, but I have no idea how to go about doing something like that. But I mean, yeah, I'd do it, but I just don't know how to do it, you know. Were you ever a cheerleader? Were you ever a cheerleader? I was a majorette. I was a majorette. I wasn't a cheerleader. I wasn't very gymnastic-y, but I was a majorette. So I was like marching the baton. Sometimes we had to do like things like the splits and high kicks, and we had a number to Eye of the Tiger that I still remember every step of to this day. Yeah, so yeah, I wasn't a cheerleader. I was a majorette. We were a lot more fun than cheerleaders. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what I meant by that. What's your Starbucks order? I don't really go to Starbucks very often, but if I do go, I'm probably going to get a chai. Is it a chai frap? Is chai frappe a thing? Like the frozen chai or an iced chai? Why didn't you become a makeup artist / FX makeup artist? Well, this is probably going to be a long-winded answer, but I didn't even really like realize that that's what I wanted to do until about 7 years ago. I didn't realize how much I loved it. Now, when I was about 14 years old, the making of Thriller came out, you know, Thriller with Michael Jackson, and I watched the making of Thriller with Rick Baker, and I fell in love with what he was doing, and I wanted to do that. But I guess when I was younger, you know, I didn't get a lot of encouragement to chase dreams or go after a career or anything like that. So I was just always taught that I was just going to be a wife and homemaker, and you know, I didn't go to college till much later in life or anything because I didn't have any kind of encouragement like that. And but looking back, if I could go back and tell myself, you know, you need to do this, I'd go back and tell myself, you need to work towards a career in special effects makeup because that's your calling. Because I hate that I realized it so late. Like, I knew that I liked it all along, but like actually diving in and starting to do things with the makeup, you know, working at a haunt, and just doing makeup for fun, making masks and stuff. You know, I didn't start doing that till about 7 years ago. And had I really pushed myself when I was 14 and realized that I was in control of my own destiny and all that, I would have pushed myself harder. I would have pushed myself, period. I didn't start pushing myself till I was in my late 20s, though, because just, you know, how parents can be. Not that I can blame my parents for what goes on in my adulthood. My father certainly would have encouraged me, but my mom just, anytime I expressed an interest in anything, it was just, you can't do that because of this reason. You can't do that because of that reason. You know, there was always some reason I couldn't do something. And like, I wanted to take dance when I was like, when I was about 11 years old, I asked my mom if I could take dance, and you're too shy, you can't do that. And it was always that kind of thing. And that stays with you. Again, I know you can't, once you become an adult, you can't really blame your parents, although I don't agree with that. I think you can blame your parents for things that are wrong with your life, but it's up to you to fix them. You know what I mean? But, you know, my mom was coming from a place of, you know, she had this attitude that, well, it was good enough for me when I was a kid, this should be good enough for you. And I just feel like all of us, all 5 of us kind of suffered, not suffered, that's kind of a strong word, but we professionally, none of us ever found a dream. And I'm right now, out of all of us, I'm the closest to living a dream. No, I'm not doing special effects makeup, but I am creating content, which like back then in like 1984 when I was 14, I didn't know what creating content was, but now it's what I love to do, and I'm doing it, you know, I'm enjoying it, and it's been great. And yeah, there are some downsides to it, but for the most part, I really love just getting in this room and doing the makeup and everything. And I really need to get some more special effects makeup looks out to y'all. So anyway, that was it. See, it wasn't a lot of questions, but I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about me. So yeah, that's it. I need to get ready because I am doing a Madeline Soto video in a little while, and I need to make sure my notes are complete. But I will talk to everyone later, very soon anyway. I mean, very soon, I don't, but anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to everyone later. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Check out Eric's channel, Eric's Guitar Corner. If I remember, I will link it down below. I will forget, and Eric never reminds me. But yeah, but that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.